Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Yinzer Brothers podcast. I am TJ, and I'm here with my brother Tim. And once again, we are the Yinzer Bros. Today is the Steelers Jaguars postgame show. Our now 10-0 Steelers defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-3. Tim, once again, for those of you that are listening and not watching, is donning the Franco's Italian Army helmet from the 70s. It looks good on you. 10 victories. 10 times Tim has the helmet. Tim, since you put that helmet on for every win, since the Yinzer Brothers podcast has been blowing on the airwaves, on the computer waves, we have not lost a game. Do you think that's a coincidence?
No, it's not a coincidence at all. I mean, like I said, time and time again, I mean, they should be putting us in the Ring of Honor. There should be billboards in Pittsburgh of the Yinzer Brothers because it is what it is. I mean, I don't think this hat has been brought out since probably the 70s.
You're right.
So maybe
because it was
we could have been undefeated this whole entire 50 years.
Probably because it was in mom and dad's basement.
Yeah,
probably. Only God knows what was happening. Mom and dad's basement.
My guess is there was probably mice created in this helmet. Maybe a kitten or so created in this helmet.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary place.
Who knows?
Could be anything. So, Tim, we're victorious. This was not a trap game, which is great. Tim, what are some of your initial thoughts about the game?
Before we get into this, thoughts of the game. The Cleveland idiots are at it again. The state of Ohio's at it again. They've won three or four games.
Yeah.
And they're quiet for a while after they got their mouths after they got curb stomped by the Steelers.
Hey, they're 7-3 now. 7-3.
TJ, they're 7-3. Today was the first game they scored over 10 points, and they're back to yapping again. This just tells you the mentality of the Cleveland fans. This tells you how the smarts of them. All I see is this: Steelers are 10-0, but ain't played nobody. We curb stomped you 4 weeks ago, so you're nobody?
That's true.
You people are just idiotic. Cleveland is just, I mean, just go back under that rock you guys came from. You guys, they suck. I can't. You understand? We curb stomped 38 to 3 or 7?
Yeah, it was.
That's with OG. That's with Odell Beckham and We're going to rip the only way Cleveland would beat us, which it may happen because I think we play them week 16, 17, 18.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Last game of the year, yeah.
When we have absolutely nothing to play for. And we may roll out our second stringers and still beat their tail.
That's true.
Cleveland, go back under your dirty, cruddy, muddy, poopy rock you came from and just shut up. Just shut up. Don't call out the bear just because to me it's unreal. It's just unreal.
Hey, this is a bad day for the state of Ohio, man, because thinking
you ain't played anybody. We played you. You know.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true.
You don't know how many comments I saw that exact comment. I'm going, hello.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, let's be real. They don't know how to act. When's the last time they've been 7-3?
TJ, there's another way of saying know how to act, being like, well, I think we got a shot. But to say we're 10-0 and we ain't beat anybody and we curb stomped you guys.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. You know what the word you're looking for, Tim? You know what they're missing? Class. That's what the Steelers
TJ,
possess.
they ate horse poop.
Possess class.
They ate horse poop. They ate horse poop when we win titles. That's what they do. They eat horse poop. They eat horse poop and they high five trees. That's what they do.
Well, we'll talk about them soon. Don't worry. Let's talk about what are some of your initial thoughts about the important game at hand, which was the Steelers-Jacksonville game?
Jacksonville sucks. Oh my God. They are atrocious. They're bad.
Seeing them in person, they're worse than what I imagined.
That quarterback, I mean, he's a real strong arm. He just can't throw it to anybody besides he just chucks it. I mean,
unless they're wearing a black jersey, he's not throwing to anybody.
They absolutely stink. I mean, their D-backs, TJ, they should have pulled that big fat guy with the Steelers. Kind of looked like me right now on the couch and threw him in their defensive backfield. He had the overalls. He had the
He would have
Steeler
helped.
overalls. He didn't have a shirt underneath it. I mean, that guy, he is primary Thanksgiving for COVID. He's like, COVID's like, that's the guy. They lock
No,
onto
you're
that
right.
guy, that may kill the whole entire virus because that virus will be eaten for years off of that dude.
Do you think at any moment they thought, man, we wish we had Dobbs still over here? Dobbs has to be better than that guy that we saw today.
I mean,
That guy was,
well,
he was a dumpster fire.
Well, you know what? It was kind of weird. You're watching that first drive and you're like, he's getting the ball out quick. I'm like, no, here we go. They're going down in the field. And then all of a sudden it was like somebody like, I don't know if they put like, you ever see the old wrestler that like, he put stuff in his mouth and spit it in somebody's eyes and they go blind? I swear that's what like they did to one of the sidelines. They're like, just go back in there. I was like, this dude was like, when Terrell Edmonds gets a pick.
Dude, he had 2 picks.
Again, the first one I could have probably picked off. That could have been one of my 4 plays.
He had 2 today.
And the other one, I mean, I'll give it to him, but he's still not the player of the game for me. Will never be. Again, I said to get off the list. He had TJ. His picks were like this. The 2 picks that he had was kind of like, when you go into a basketball game, the 12th man gets on the bench and they're already up 30 points, and he scores like a bucket, and the crowd goes wild. You don't need those points. That's kind of what I put Terrell Edmonds' picks. That's what I equate to those things.
Yeah, you're not an Edmonds fan. Well, before we flop to the defense, let's talk about the offense. What did you think about the Steeler offense today? They put up 27 points, which was good. What did you think about the offense?
I mean, they seemed like they didn't start moving until what, 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when are you gonna? Is it like the first 15 plays of Randy Fichtner scripts?
Yeah, they script them. Yeah, they script
and they stink. They suck. They absolutely suck. I'm going, dude. Some of the sets, like what kind of infuriates me sometimes about Tomlin and that coaching staff is this: if they're hearing challenges during the week that you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, they try to overemphasize it and try to just beat it down your throat with it, not letting it come natural. They were running the ball every first down. So basically, Jacksonville was throwing 12 men in, 15 men. They're shutting. They did the same thing every time. It seemed like they were forcing the run just because everybody's been saying they can't run the ball, which I don't get. Let that come natural, whatever. That was infuriating seeing some. I mean, some of the run calls were just, they're so predictable. You're going, what do you. And then it seems like, once they get out of that first 15 scripted plays, when Ben's doing whatever Ben does, and they just go up and down the field. It seems like when they have to, like, you got like 7 minutes or 4 minutes before the half, that offense just starts cooking, and it's cooking the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's something weird about Ben too. It's like he's got to get roughed up a little bit, and he's got to be put in more of a pressure situation before he really starts to double down and really do stuff. Now, they were able to run the ball better today. I thought that they broke some decent sized runs. I think they didn't quite have, I don't think Connor had 100, but they had 100, collectively.
The one thing that I didn't understand is you put McFarland in the game and you're running him between the guards. I'm going, the one time you want to get outside, get him. You can tell he has some shift to him, man. Get him outside.
Yeah,
I agree. It didn't make much sense to me, man.
No, I don't know why they're running him between the tackles. It was good to see Benny get a TD today. It looks like he's starting to get a little bit of mojo back, which is good. But Connor ran hard today. He still missed a few holes. Ben's up there with his attempts. I think Ben had
over
46 attempts today. So I guess it's safe to say the arm is good. He was 32 for 46. 267 yards, 2 TDs, and a pick. That pick was just garbage. I don't know why he chucks that in the middle of the field like that. Just throw it away, kick a field goal, do that.
I agree.
But he recovered from it. His arm must feel pretty good. You can't, when you're knocking on 50 every game, that's a lot. But here's the thing. They're not, he did have some nice deep balls today, but most of those balls, I saw a stat on the TV where he gets it out in 2 seconds, which is, I mean, remember old Ben? He'd hold that ball for like 12 seconds.
Yeah, he'd be basically looking out of his ear hole. His nose would be
Yeah.
broken. Yeah.
Yeah. So the offense looked good. And your guy, Deontay, man, boy, he looked fantastic today.
That dude's nasty, man. He's
He is.
nasty.
Oh,
You get the ball in his hands, and he is electric, man. He has. I always hate to compare it, but he has that AB feel to him when he touches
he
the ball.
does. He does. Yeah, I agree. I think he's got definitely that. And again, I don't understand. I mean, then you look at Claypool. Claypool is a matchup nightmare. How on earth are they not considering this kid for rookie of the year? I don't understand this. He has his 10th TD. This is unbelievable. He is so far above his level of competition. Sometimes it's unbelievable.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he should be. I mean, not having one of the top 10 lists is banana land. I mean, he should be in the top 5. Like the kid from Minnesota, Jefferson, or he's having a monster year too, man. I mean, he's averaging over 100 yards a game, which is insane for a rookie. But not to have him on that list in general is
Ludicrous.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's
they had Lamb on that list from the Cowboys. That is absolutely ridiculous. Come on, man. That's just crazy. No, I mean, Ben still looks good. He's making good decisions. I mean, this is a good game because this is one that they're supposed to stomp them, and they did.
I will say this. I thought like seeing the kid play the running back from Jacksonville, really first time I've seen him. He's pretty good, man. He's pretty good, man. He's pretty good. He has a just that it seemed like that vision. He's pretty he would be my ideal running back for the Steelers, man. He got that vision. He's shifty. He can kind of
hides behind the line. He's small, stout. You know, he's got a lot of pop. He's a fighter too. Holy cow. He really impressed me too. How did he slip out of under the radar? Probably because of his size, but I mean,
he went to Illinois State. I mean, you're not coveting running backs from Illinois State.
No. So looking at the offense, who's your offensive player of the game?
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he just lit it up. He was fantastic. I do like the attention that Claypool gets, but by far he was Ben's favorite target. You had Deontay, and then I think he finished up.
I will say, man, that one throw and catch that Ben had with James Washington.
That was ridiculous.
Unbelievable, man. The catch was unbelievable. The throw. I mean, you could have had Dikembe Mutombo out there. There was no way to defend that.
Yeah, you're right.
That throw was incredible, and the catch was. I don't think people realize how hard of a catch that is to make over your shoulder, heading toward the sidelines, keeping your feet. It was banana land.
Yeah, he comes up with things like that are amazing. Deontay Johnson, 12 receptions, 111 yards.
Yeah, he's
a good day at the office, right? Yeah, he was fantastic. So I think the offense was great. Let's talk about the defense. I mean, obviously, when you look at the defense, you see the first, the 4 takeaways, 4 picks. That's pretty impressive. From Mika, and 2 from Mika and 2 for your guy, Edmonds.
Unreal.
Terrell Edmonds. Who would have thought that? What are some of your thoughts about the defense today?
They're just weird, man. It's like you offenses are moving up the field on them, and then they'll just make a play. But you're going, how is this offense even moving up the field? Like, they were getting gashed a little bit in the running game, which I'm going, how is this possible? And then, they come up with a big play. Great. But that cruddy offense was still at times moving up the field on them. I mean, that quarterback, that dude stunk, man.
Yeah, he was bad.
That dude stunk. And again, your guy Bud had a good game. He seemed like he was actually, coming off. But it was weird not seeing them. And I couldn't tell if it was just a kid getting rid of the ball that quick, but they didn't have a sack until like third quarter-ish.
Yeah. They had a lot of pressures, but I didn't think they ended up with 3. I think that's what they got, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
2, actually. I think they had 2. But you're right. No, it was weird. I think once they got in his head and smacked him around a little bit, he started taking his eyes off the field. He was missing high, which means you're not stepping into your throws, which usually means you're scared for your life.
I mean, yeah, I would be. I mean, I'm not hating on him, but I mean, golly, and that dude's not the biggest kid in the world. He kind of, like you said, he has that Mike Glennon type of body. I was afraid one time, man, he was going to get hit, and his head was just going to pop off like a Pez dispenser, man.
Yeah, there were some times, I thought they played decent. I was hoping they'd hold him to under 100, and they did. Which is good. He ended up with Robinson had 17 carries, 73 yards. Not bad. I think they collectively kept them under 100, which is good. They're starting to get some of their big guys healthy. What I liked seeing today was they had a pretty impressive D-line rotation, which is good, which I think they're going to need to stay healthy for next week.
Well, I was kind of stunned. Wormley. I mean, I didn't think he'd play. I thought they would activate him and he would still have some more. I was stunned that he was playing. I mean, that's great. I mean, I think he's a lot better than what people.
He is very good.
He's very good, man.
Yeah, he's very, very good. And I forgot Alu was a Jag, so it's kind of nice. He kind of came back in and wreaked some havoc, which is good too. So Lutton, he looked bad. His QB rating was 15.5.
I mean, at some points I was looking, I'm going, dude, I don't know who he's throwing to. I was like, I mean, I understand I mean, those were some. He would have made stupid. He made stupid face. Stupid face would have been like John Unitas on that team.
He would have been.
Compared to him, man. I unbelievable. I kind of felt bad for the kid, especially when the Steelers knew they couldn't run anymore, and they were just pinning their ears. You're like, this kid is going to die. I thought he was going to die at one point. I was like, someone's going to pop him. The way Bud was basically, it didn't even like him was blocking Bud half the game, which once he gets going and the one sack that he had where he basically pushed the tackle back into the quarterback and wrapped his arm around the tackle and grabbed the quarterback by the neck and sacked him. I was going, I mean, that's a grown man he just did that to.
Yeah.
Which is unreal, man. I'm going. And then you got TJ coming to the other side looking like he shot out of a cannon. I would literally crap my pants if I was playing quarterback.
They're relentless. I'll tell you what, man. When those guys come at you, and then you get that pressure up the middle, good night. They're pretty formidable. And then the defensive backfield looked really good today. Golly, they were running around all over the place. Got a little scare. I thought Nelson went down, and I kind of held my breath and went, "Oh no!"
You mean Hayden?
Oh, Hayden. Excuse me. Yeah, Hayden.
Yeah, I was very happy they didn't kind of bring him back in the game. I was like, just let him sit, let him go, let him sit.
No need to. Yeah, no need to. Rest him a little bit. So, who was your defensive player of the game?
Mika.
You're not even gonna.
Nope.
Edmonds doesn't get any consideration at all.
Nope. Never.
Who's your second defensive player of the game?
Bud.
Who's your third?
The guy that was in the farmer's jeans, Steeler hat, the big fat guy in the crowd.
Oh, I feel bad. Bad for Edmonds.
He has to make. I've said this, for him to even be considered player of the game, let alone taken off the list, he has to make a earth-shattering change of play when it really counts. Then I'll be like, okay, this guy, those 2 interceptions, TJ, the guy could have gift wrapped them and said, here you go, Merry Christmas. I could have caught at least one of those.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the one that Bud dropped? Guy hit Bud right in the hands. He dropped it. That's why he's playing outside.
That would have been a pick six, though, too. He would have been.
That would have been a pick six. Yeah, so that's a good performance by the defense. Before we finish up on the rest of the stuff, let's open up the Yinzer mailbag.
I want to say something before.
Yeah.
I know. What did I tell you about Tomlin bringing in all those stupid kickers? You're going to get in Baj's head, and he misses first field goal. Stop bringing in field goal kickers, Tomlin.
Well, you did call that. You did. You don't want to. He's not. He's a mentally fragile guy.
He is and he almost missed the second one too. It was very close. Yeah. It was close to miss that. Don't. Baj is a mental midget. Do not do that.
Barry looked decent today. He didn't look bad.
He didn't. He didn't. There was times he could have pinned him in. He just kicked it through the end zone. He's back on the list.
The Aussie. Yeah, the special teams.
They better have 47 people lined up at the facility on Monday.
Oh my! Let's open up the Yinzer mailbag again. What is the Yinzer mailbag? It's when you, the fans, get to ask us anything. The Yinzer Bros, anything. On the podcast, you can ask us about the podcast, the Steelers, anything you want. If you got a question, you can send it to yinzerbros@gmail.com. Again, that's yinzerbros@gmail.com. We have a few questions here. Your buddy Mark submitted a couple. The first was this: Tim, What's it like watching the game when you're strung out on vitamin C? If you missed the last podcast, Tim shared with the fans his vitamin C regimen, which is, dare I say, a little disturbing how much vitamin C that he takes. Tim, does that affect you when you're watching the game?
Did it affect me? Yeah, yeah, it affected me big time. Like today, I woke up, I felt a little scratch in my throat. I was like, I better take an extra airborne pill.
So did you take 3 today?
Yeah, with orange juice. Bad,
You
bad,
took 3
bad mistake.
airborne things with orange juice today.
Yeah, man, it was a bad mistake.
So how many times were you in the bathroom today, Tim?
TJ, remember all that toilet paper we talked about I had stockpiled down the basement?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to make another run that way.
Tim, I wonder,
I
is there
mean,
such thing? Can you get like a vitamin C poisoning, or do you just poop it
if
out?
there is possible, I think I got it today because I felt like I was seeing Jesus. I mean, me in the bathroom were like, I'm just hoping that I'm hoping the pipes are going to be okay here, man.
We'll find out. Here's another question. Oh, it's an observation. Tim, didn't you almost pick Edmonds for your defensive player of the game?
No, it's never, no. What did the gifts that I sent you when Edmonds got the pick? One was it was in a movie where lady faints. I go, holy crap, that just happened. And the second one was somebody going, oh my god, like the end of the earth is happening right now. For the second, he will never he has to have a pick that wins us a division, wins us a playoff game, wins us a Super Bowl. For me to justify them taking him being taken in the first round on this team. And him just not living up to any type of I don't want. I've had a rough day. I don't need. I'm getting all fired up. The Cleveland fans have me steaming right now, man. You want to ask questions about Edmonds when the Cleveland fans just have me. I mean,
here's another question. This is from your buddy Mark again. He said, "Is there a QB that throws more ugly passes that end up TDs? Is there anyone that throws more than Ben?"
What does that mean?
I don't know. I know this. You don't get style points for TDs. They're just TDs. So who's Mark's team?
When is it? Let me ask you, when has anybody ever said Ben throws ugly balls?
I don't know. I mean, they're not these razor sharp spirals.
Let's just put it this way. Marky Mush is a Bear fan. Let's put it this way. If Ben Roethlisberger was a Bear, the people here in Chicago would be washing his feet every night in wine. He would be walking on rose petals wherever he goes here.
Hmm.
I don't think he throws an ugly ball.
No. I mean, he's not like Aaron Rodgers and these guys, but I get what he's saying, but Ben puts it where you need it to be.
I don't get, I mean, I don't think he throws an ugly ball. Like an ugly ball to me is any quarterback for the Chicago Bears for the past 40 years.
Hey, you gotta remember,
I think Philip Rivers throws an ugly ball.
Well, he's got terrible. He looks like he's shot.
But I think he throws an ugly ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is at the top of my head right now. There's plenty of quarterbacks throw ugly balls. Ben's not one of them.
No, he's not. He's a stud. Ben's a stud. We know that. Here's a good question. Do the Steelers have a home field advantage this year with no or few fans? And how important is the first round bye?
Oh, the first round bye is enormous.
Yeah, especially for us, as we lost our bye, basically. What did we take, a week 4 bye?
Yeah. That first round bye is going to be enormous. Is it a home field advantage? I'm still going to say yes. I mean,
oh, yeah.
You're coming here. You're going to be coming here in what, January?
Mm-hmm.
You get one of those teams in the AFC that's on the West Coast. They're coming to Pittsburgh in January. I don't think they're going to want to be playing, when it's 5 degrees outside.
You're right. Plus, Heinz Field gives you an advantage. I mean, kicking and stuff, it neutralizes a lot of different things.
And TJ, I don't give a dang if there's 4 people in the crowd, if there's 75,000 people in the crowd. Renegade hits. It doesn't matter.
That's true. Did you hear too? They had like 17,000 people in the stadium today in Florida. What is going on in Florida? Are they handing out the COVID when people fly in?
the COVID crock pot of the country. And I'll tell you right now, 17,000, 5,000 is that one guy sitting there in his overalls with his hat on.
He's a pretty scary
There
guy.
was jokes going around. This guy's that's my future in about 10 years.
That's true. We did get a snap of that, and we were sending that in the family chat.
But like when you wake up in the morning and you know you're going to the game, to put a set of overalls on with no shirt underneath that big, like, does somebody go, "Hey, dude, it's not a good look."
I don't know. When you do it, when you walk out the door, we'll have to ask you. I don't know.
I mean, but if you're doing that in Florida, like, why even like wear the overalls? Just give no shirt.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm befuddled. I don't know. It's not a good look.
And I mean, I'm sure that they were behind you. Like, when you buy tickets, I know from like my standpoint, I got to buy them in pods. So you buy them in pods of 2, pods of 3, pods of 4. That dude had to buy a pod of 4 just for himself. So that had to be one expensive ticket.
Well, I don't know what tickets are going for the Jags. I mean, they got one win. Maybe they're giving them out as Halloween treats. I don't know.
If there's 17,000 people there, my guess is the Yinzers were like, they don't care. The Yinzers are going, that was a family vacation. They're like, we can get 17,000 out in Jacksonville. Let's go.
That probably was. You're probably right.
They were driving down. They weren't even flying. The Yinzers were driving down, hey, it's down here. We're going to go down here and just have a nice little time here, huh?
We got to stop at the border, get us some of that juice. Here's a good question, and I don't know the answer to this. Why haven't we seen more of Williamson? You know, they traded for him, haven't seen him on the field yet too much.
And I will go back to, I don't understand why, too, because I saw Spillane getting murdered in coverage today. From running backs to tight ends, every time I try to keep a focus on Spillane today, just to see where he was at. Dude, he can't shed a block. He's useless in the running game 95% of the time. So to me, it's like, I don't know why Williamson's not getting more run. He's bigger. Just be real. He's bigger. He's faster. He's better. I don't know why he's not in the game.
I don't know either. I mean, he's got good specs. He's not. I saw some I didn't anticipate. He doesn't run a 4.4, but he runs like a 4.6.
He's fast, dude.
Yeah,
he's pretty fast. Bad. I heard Spillane talk for the first time on a talk show.
What's he sound like?
Dead on, like Rocky Balboa, man. That
dude. too many leading with your helmet times.
That dude, I mean, he is just eating stuff with his face left and right, man.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, here's a good question. How does it feel to watch the Ravens continue to struggle?
Hate to see it. Just hate to see it.
Did you see the thing of the game today where all the guys stood on their emblem and Harbaugh goes out there to meet him?
You know what, dude? Mike Vrabel would pound Harbaugh into the ground like a hammer.
He would.
Just like a nail. Harbaugh with a nail, he'd be the hammer. Of all the coaches of the league, all of them, every single one
to mess with.
You're gonna go mess with Vrabel?
Yeah.
Vrabel could probably suit up and still play.
Oh, you're probably right.
You're gonna pick Vrabel. You are a jackass. I'm sorry. You're crazy to me. I just go, oh. I mean, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not calling myself Mr. Nostradamus or whatnot. I'm not. But I said after the Steelers if the Steelers beat the Ravens, did I not match? We read the schedules off.
You did.
And I said, this is who the Steelers have. This is who the Ravens have. I go, if they lose 2 games, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And guess what they did? They lost 2 games. They probably should have lost 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Steelers are 4 games up with what?
Yeah.
6 games. How many games? 6 games to play?
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers aren't losing. They're not losing like 5 games. They're not even. I'd be shocked if they lose. I mean, you got to play Cincinnati with. I don't even know who the heck their quarterback is now.
No.
Wouldn't stun me if they go sign Duck off the practice squad and Quack's playing in Cincinnati.
He could.
You got to play Washington yet.
Yeah.
You're going to beat Washington into the
I
ground.
feel bad for Alex Smith. Dear Lord, don't break his leg again.
I wouldn't
You talk
even
about
play him.
somebody, he has no mobility at all. None.
I'm trying to think who else we got to play that's garbage. Somebody else. Cleveland. Play them. They're garbage. I mean, it's a wrap. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done. Hate to see it. Hate to see you losing today, Baltimore. I hate to see it.
The Ravens, they're just falling out of the sky. It would be great if you know we're filming this.
You're getting to a point now where the Ravens are slipping out of the playoff. I mean, you're not just talking. You're talking playoff. Hate to see it. Just hate to see it.
Oh yeah, and if Kansas City stumbles again, boy, that's another.
If Kansas City loses another game, Steelers aren't going to lose. I don't think the Steelers are going to lose 2 games the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm. I think
So,
you're right.
and I believe, Steelers, it's a wrap. God, I love being 10-0.
Oh, it's great. It's absolutely great. So then if you saw anything about the Ravens and the Steelers game, the Ravens got beat up by Tennessee. Tennessee beat them up. So coming into Thursday, who do you think has got the better posture coming into the game on Thanksgiving Day?
I don't know because I know Calais Campbell and one of their other big guys didn't play this game. So I don't know if they were just gearing them up for Thursday, if they're going to play Thursday. To me, they have to play. I mean, if you're Baltimore, you have to win this game. It's not like it's and I'm not talking for, I think the division's done. You have to win this game just for, you're starting getting under your playoff lives. I mean, they'd be 6-5? What are they, 6-4 now?
They're 6-4. Yeah.
They'd be 6-5. You're rolling the dice because you still got the Raiders out there in the West, KC, Cleveland.
You had Indianapolis. Indy, they're turning.
You got Tennessee. In Miami, still 6-4?
Yeah, they lost today. Yeah.
You got Buffalo and Miami. You are holding on for dear life, my friend.
They are.
Hate to see it.
I'll tell you what, I think the Steelers, they're in a much better position. They're starting to get some guys back like Wormley and these guys, which is good. I think we're in good shape.
To me, it's like I'm not. This game Thursday is just not. It is what it is. The Steelers lose. Okay, I'm cool with that. Get some more gets the iron probably more focused or sharpened. It is what it is. I'm not.
How good would it be though for a victory on Thursday?
TJ, Ben put a pretty good quote. He's like, I don't care about perfection. I care about Lombardis. That's what I care about.
I like it. I did hear a stat today though that was interesting. There's only 18 teams in the history of the league that have been 10-0. It's
banana land, dude.
It is.
It is banana land. But it
is.
To me, I'd rather see them, hoist that Lombardi and be. Oh man, if they went the crap talking I could have for the rest of my life would just be unreal.
It would be great. It would be absolutely great. Here's another good question. It says with Gentry going down, and he went down today, their tight end. What's the condition of Vance McDonald? What happened to him? Is he still on the COVID list?
He is still on the COVID list. Gentry stinks anyway. So just go bring in a body. Go bring in a body that can block. That's all. It's all you really need. I'm sure you can find somebody to do that somewhere on this. That's sitting on the couch. It's a blocking. You struggle trying to find tight ends that can do it all, catch or they do one other. You can find somebody that can just block somebody. Just go find somebody who can block somebody. That's all you got to do.
It was funny. I haven't seen. We haven't seen. Derek Watt too much in the fullback position. Now, did I hear
he had about 11 plays, I think, today, which is to me, it's like I don't get like if you're trying to establish a run, why not throw that fullback in there and let him kind of just maul a little bit?
Yeah, I wonder if is that something that I wonder if Derek could jump out there if we needed him to go out there.
I don't think he's big enough to take on outside guys. Like
it'd be interesting to see when we get Vance McDonald back because he can block.
You need a blocking tight end. You saw them bringing in, and they're going to run every time they bring them in. Is that unbalanced tackle that other lineman? So it's kind of one of those things where you need to get somebody that can block and do something. They got to pick somebody up. And I think they've had people come in and off the street here and there. So they'll bring somebody in because I heard Gentry's. I heard his knee. I heard he's like done for the year type of deal.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. He said it was significant. Here's the last question from the Yinzer mailbag. It says, what's the earliest you think the Steelers will have to clinch the playoffs? They're almost there now to clinch the playoff.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap?
In my eyes.
Well, according to the rest of the world.
We talking math?
Yeah. I mean, if it was a wrap, we would have probably heard that today at the broadcast, right?
My guess is their magic number's what, 2?
Yeah, probably.
My eyes, it's already wrapped. My eyes, it was wrapped 2 weeks ago.
I mean, it is
actually, in my eyes, it was wrapped after they beat the Ravens. I was like, it's a done deal.
It is interesting because you get such a chasm between the good teams and the bad teams. The good teams are really good. The bad teams are really bad. You don't have a lot of mediocre. So you got a lot of teams that have some decent records. It's nice to see some of these guys falling out of the sky. I'm going to guess probably you're right. I think the magic number is probably 2.
I think because the majority of teams that are in that fight and have 6 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking 2. Yeah, 2 gets you in because I think you pretty much have a 4-game lead on everybody besides I want to say KC. That may be the only team in the league you don't have a 3-4 game lead on. So I'd say about 2.
Be great to see them lose tonight, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That would be spectacular because it just gives you kind of more of a little breather.
I wonder if that happens, if the Steelers will get a little bit of love. When you talk to these guys, the Steelers, they're still like these.
No,
they just don't get much love.
It's fine. You idiots like the Cleveland people, idiots. I swear to God, go.
Well, it's funny to me, because even we're going to be playing the Ravens this week. These guys are going to be, what else do they have to do? They've already beat the Ravens once. They beat the Titans who beat the Ravens, and they could still come in as an underdog, which is unbelievable to me.
No, Steelers are, I saw that they're 3-point favorites.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But you get 3 points for playing at home. So to me, the game's a toss-up.
Just crazy.
To me, it is what it is. I mean, you can only play the people that are on your schedule. To me,
that sounds like a Mike Tomlin, right? That sounds like a Tomlinism right there.
Who the Chiefs beat?
That's true. We know they didn't beat the Raiders.
These teams that have great records, who have they beaten?
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's not only this in the NFC, the AFC, you have your top teams, even the NFC, after the whole NFC East is, you don't have one of those divisions in the AFC.
Yeah.
So, those top teams, who have they beaten? Green Bay, they lose today to Indy. Who have they beaten? Who has Green Bay beaten?
Yeah, their division's terrible.
Who have they beaten? Who has Seattle? I can't judge. The NFC West is very up and down, but who are these teams beating? They're saying, I just don't understand. Before the Steelers beat the Ravens, it was the Ravens and but in the Chiefs. I don't know. Like I said, the Chiefs, I know they beat Baltimore. Did they beat them by a lot? Yes, but they lost. They lost to the Raiders. Is the Raiders better than Baltimore? Is that what you're saying? Because the Chiefs already lost, and what if they lose to the Raiders again?
Yeah, you're right.
Are the Raiders better than the Chiefs? You play, you play. And it does decent. The Steelers basically curb stomped the past 2 teams that they were supposed to play, and they did.
They did. It'll be interesting. I think Thursday will show us a little bit more even of kind of our trajectory. I almost want them to lose, so people start going, well, we don't believe in the Steelers because they play better when they have that chip on their shoulder. Mm-hmm.
They just do.
So do you get the chip though if you don't get respected for being 10-0? If they're not respecting you now, I think they have enough motivation to take care of business.
I think you have half the people that are going to respect them and half the people don't right now that they're undefeated. I think if you lose a game, those people that are saying they're undefeated and that they're great are going to go back onto that. They're okay. They didn't play anybody. They're Cleveland idiots. We beat Cleveland. We curve stomped you. How can you say we didn't beat anybody? We beat you. You're nobody then.
That's true. That's true.
Yikes.
All right. Well, that's all we have for the Yinzer mailbag today. Again, if you get any questions, comments, endorsements, you can email us at yinzerbros@gmail.com. If you're lucky enough, your question will get on the show. We'll answer it here on this national podcast. National, Tim. It's national. So it's time for us to savor the victory. Again, the Steelers defeat the Jaguars 27-3. Tim, we called the scores of the game. You almost called the score of the game. You remember what you called?
I thought I said something 30, something to 6. I know I put 6 in it.
I said 31-3. I was close.
I mean, Jacksonville stinks, man. Wow.
They do.
They need to ship that team they need to ship that team over to England or whatever heck it's from.
I hear you. Tim, as we start to wind down, is there anything else you'd like to
add? No, I mean, I was hot with the Cleveland thing was just on the tip of my tongue because I just saw it like it just started flowing in before. They just had me hysterically hot.
It's okay. We'll see them again, and they still have to. They got to continue to put their games together. I wonder who do they have next week? You know who they have next week?
Nobody. I have no idea. I have no idea, truthfully. Who knows? Who cares? I don't care. Nobody cares about Cleveland. Nobody cares. Just cut the whole state off and just give it to Canada.
It's a bad day to have a team in Ohio between Burrow going down and.
I feel bad. I mean, you do feel bad for Burrow, though, man. I mean, it's just that one looked. I saw it and it was like, man, that looked pretty brutal, man.
Yeah, we hope he gets better. We don't like seeing that at all. Again, I'm TJ. I'm here with my brother Tim, and we are the Yinzer Bros. Don't forget, if you like what you hear, pass it along. Share the podcast with your friends, your family, and with true Yinzer Steeler fans. Look for the Steelers-Ravens Thanksgiving Day preview dropping later this week. Thanks for listening.
And I will say this, man. That because I'm assuming we'll probably do one Thursday after the game. We'll probably do one. Yeah. We'll probably drop one probably Tuesday or some of that sort.
Yeah,
Thursday and then Thursday after the game. I could be in a rough state of mind after that game, anyways.
Loaded up on turkey and then
whatever else I can find, and could be a fun one.
It could be. So again, we're the Yinzer Bros. Thanks for listening. Stay classy, Pittsburgh. Have a great Thanksgiving.